I want to know what you think about the rumors that are going around the internet about DeShaun Watson going to the Patriots.
Wow.
I don't buy that.
Well, here's the thing. If anybody's going to trade DeShaun Watson away, it would be the Texans.
I mean, really, they got rid of Hopkins. So, to me, what are they going to do? Rebuild now? So it's like...
Well, DeShaun Watson is a perfect piece to build around.
Yeah.
This guy...
That's what I'm saying.
He's a 25-year-old already elite quarterback.
Talk about Houston. Why would they want to get rid of him for?
Well, I don't think Houston wants to get rid of him. I think Cam Newton has a better chance of going to the Patriots than...
No, I understand that.
Than Watson.
I was reading all these rumors online.
Yeah, there's going to be rumors.
Everybody wants to link everybody to the Patriots just because we don't know who's going to be with the Patriots.
Here's a rumor that you could take to the bank, too. Don't be so surprised if the Patriots try to move up and get Tua. Because I know Alabama...
Belichick doesn't like trading up like that, though. That's going to be a haul you're going to need.
Who's his best friend?
Who's his best? Nick Saban, I know. But
Nick Saban. And who's the best quarterback that's ever been under center for Nick Saban in his time over there in Alabama?
That still doesn't connect with how much you would have to trade to the other team to receive that. The Patriots could have interested Tua. It doesn't mean it's realistic for them to trade up from 23 all the way to maybe, 4 or 3 to leapfrog the Dolphins.
You think Tua's going in the top 10?
He's going to the Dolphins.
Maybe not in the top 10. Maybe not in the top 10. They might get him at 17.
All right, so, yeah, if the Dolphins don't take him at 5, okay, but most likely the Dolphins are going to take him at 5.
Well, I think that's a big, bad move for the Dolphins to draft him at 5 when you can get an elite offensive lineman or an elite like Simeons sitting right there. Who I know the Giants are going to trade down. They're not even going to get Simeons.
Yeah, Giants are going to trade down.
They're going to trade down.
He's going to be any good in the NFL. I
Who?
don't think he's going to be
Tua?
good in the NFL.
Tua? Really?
Why? I don't think he's going to be as good as people think he's going to be. But
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like Watson, I knew Watson was going to be.
I don't think he'll be that good, but I think he'll be still very good. He'll be a top quarterback.
You think he's a top 10 quarterback eventually?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, I think down the road he will be if he stays healthy. We'll see, obviously, on that. Because that hip is still something that could accumulate over time and could affect his throwing motion, could affect his mobility, obviously.
He had hip surgery at the age of 22.
Right, so if that gets re-aggravated, that could be. But I think in terms of judging his skill set...
He's a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, somewhere around there, who just had hip surgery. Some people, kids do not have hip surgery at that age, Speedy. That's bad for football.
I'm not denying that's not concerning. But I'm saying...
That's why I don't draft him at number 5.
Yeah, the problem with that is because it's the quarterback position, it's going to be hard for you to not be able to weigh in the circumstances
not going in the top 10.
Of trying to take it at 18. Now, again, I think that I agree with you where if you're the Dolphins and you see something that maybe not a lot of other teams know about his injury status and maybe he will fall as a result, then maybe you can consider that. Because you do have the 18th pick and you could still trade up with a bunch of the other picks that you have if you're scared of a team maybe 12 or 14 or something like that taking him. Or, like you're saying, afraid of the Patriots jumping up. But still...
Yeah, but my thing is, what is Houston doing by getting rid of Hopkins? So are they just...
Nobody understands why they're getting rid of Hopkins. Bill O'Brien mismanaged Hopkins all last year.
Well, because he thought he was another Aaron Hernandez. He came out and said that he thought that Hopkins was another Aaron Hernandez, which... Everybody knows Aaron Hernandez was a head case, but everything that we heard through Belichick and Kraft, that he was very respectable on and off the field. So for O'Brien to say that he was another Aaron Hernandez is a crazy statement when Bill Belichick and the coaching staff and the owner has said that Aaron Hernandez was nothing but respectable on and off the field when he was a Patriot. So I have no idea what O'Brien is doing to that team. And now that he's running the organization as a GM and a coach, I think it's only going to make the organization worse. He is not trading.
Already has.
He is not going to trade DeShaun Watson. He's not doing
think so?
No, he's not.
No, and they're not really cash strapped either, so they can afford to pay DeShaun Watson now that they don't have to worry about
DeShaun Watson.
Hopkins. Now that they don't have to worry about some of their defensive players.
DeShaun Watson, when healthy, is a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
He is a top 5 quarterback in the league in every single aspect of the game. Now, I understand you're going to put Drew Brees. Let's take Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and all the old guys out of the equation of the top 5. We're looking at the new and improved NFL quarterback. And Deshaun Watson's in top 5. Why would the Texans trade away Deshaun Watson when he is 25?
Why would they trade away Hopkins?
Because Hopkins is 29 years old.
That's your best receiver.
He's 29 years old. And maybe as much as Watson and him got along, maybe they didn't get along on and off the field. Maybe there was something behind it that we didn't know. And we might not know.
He's extremely durable. He doesn't have any off-field issues.
Maybe Hopkins didn't get along with Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, which if you're going to decide who to get rid of at that point, you're getting rid of O'Brien, not a top receiver in football like that, who's been very healthy. He's been very consistent.
Hopefully, David Johnson stays healthy. If David Johnson stays healthy and he becomes the star that he was with the Arizona Cardinals, nobody's going to be saying anything. Trust me.
Yeah, but again,
that guy is running all over.
He was good for what, a year and a half? I mean, he wasn't even great for. Yeah, but even before that, when he was a young player, he didn't even start right away.
You know what? He could have a good season there because it's on a new team. He's refreshed. You know, it's a different atmosphere.
I think so too.
He could.
Yeah, David Johnson's a good player. The question is, and don't give me your crap because 2 years, Speedy. 2 years ago, Speedy, you would pick that number one in our league, and you picked him. So I don't want to hear. Yes,
I didn't have number one pick in the league the first time.
2 years ago, no, whoever you picked that number one, your number one pick was David Johnson. 1 year, 2 years ago. Yes, you did. It wasn't. Maybe you weren't the number one pick, but you were a pick, and you picked David Johnson.
Oh, you're talking about my rankings.
No, you picked him. You picked him.
I never had him on a team.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't think I ever did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
In one of our leagues? I don't think so.
Yes, you did.
I don't remember that at all. Because I picked late the first year. The next 2 years, I picked in the middle.
You picked David Johnson.
And I never had David Johnson.
Yes,
David Johnson was a top 3 pick for 2017. I didn't pick there. I think I took Amari Cooper or something, and then a T.Y. Hilton. I think I took 2 receivers or something like that.
You're wrong. Go ahead, Beef.
So what do the Patriots do? They run with their rookie, or do they try to get like a Cam Newton or somebody else?
If I were the if I was the Cowboys right now.
No, I'm talking about the Cowboys guy.
If I were the Cowboys right now, I know Cam Newton was a big Cowboy fan growing up. I would do everything as I possibly can to bring Cam Newton to my team. He fits better in the West Coast offense. If he's 100% healthy, he's way better than Dak Prescott. Let's be honest. He's way better than Dak Prescott. And he's been to a Super Bowl. He didn't win, but he's been there. And he was the MVP of the league a couple of years ago. This guy is still an elite quarterback at the age of 29. And he's still an affordable contract. He really is. He signed that contract, what was it, 2.5 years ago?
But I think the Cowboys are all, I know what you're saying, but I think the Cowboys are all in on Dak.
They're idiots.
I wouldn't be all in on him. I wouldn't be.
Cam Newton's an elite quarterback. There is no reason why they shouldn't make that phone call. Because the fact that Carolina didn't get the fact that Carolina didn't get anything for Cam Newton is a catastrophe. It's an absolute catastrophe. This guy was one of the best quarterbacks in the league a year and a half ago.
He's very injury prone.
Every quarterback is injury prone, buddy.
No, but he's more injury prone than other quarterbacks. He's like one of the most.
And the guy could still throw. He can make every throw. He can run. He could do everything.
I'm not taking his ability away. I'm just saying.
How old is Dak Prescott? How old is Dak Prescott?
26, I think.
He's 25, 26.
How old is Cam Newton?
I think he's 31.
Is he 31, Cam Newton? Is he over 30?
Let's see. Dak's 26. I think Cam Newton's 31.
Is he 31?
He's 30.
He's 30 years old. So you're thinking about Cam Newton's only 4 years older than Dak Prescott, and he's achieved more at the age of 26 than Dak Prescott did. Okay? So to me, Cam's still in the prime of his career. Cam could be a good quarterback for the next 5-6 years. If you were the Cowboys and you can get Cam Newton, who still has 4 years left on his contract, which is an affordable contract, I make that move. If I was the Cowboys.
Money-wise, yes, I could see your point.
He's better than Dak Prescott. He's better than Dak.
But my problem with Cam Newton is he's too injury prone.
You're going to tell me in 5 years, in the last 5 years, Cam Newton is not an elite quarterback? Because he is.
Well, 2 of those 5 years, yes.
He was an elite.
When he's healthy.
Again, he was hurt for 3 of them.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't hurt for 16. It was just they regressed really badly. The whole team really regressed. He wasn't really injury prone.
But he wasn't a good
18 and 19, he was injured. He was great in the first half of that 18 season, and then he started to have injury issues.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, but where I think he's going to go, I think there's a good chance he's going to the Patriots. San Diego's a team that everybody keeps talking about right now.
That's where he's going.
And now I've been hearing, as the lead organization is the Washington Redskins, back with Juan Rivera. which
That's
I
interesting.
can see that happening in a heartbeat. And if that happens, Dwayne Haskins is gone. That's it for Dwayne Haskins because they have Allen there now, who was the backup quarterback for Cam Newton and Juan Rivera in Carolina. They got him backing up Haskins right now. And if now Cam Newton comes to the team, it's bye-bye Haskins. And as crazy as it may sound, when they had that, and Haskins looked good in the second half of the season. Where are they going to trade him? What are they going to do with him? Because you're not getting a first-round draft pick for him.
No,
not bad. No way. Nope.
You're not even going to get a second-round pick for him.
And if I would, and I'll tell you this right now, if I were the Cowboys, if he becomes available, I'd absolutely go after Dwayne Haskins for a third or fourth round draft pick because then he is your quarterback of the future. Dak's there on a franchise tag this year, and you get rid of Dak, and then you have Dwayne Haskins, who, by the way, Jerry wanted to draft last year.
Supposedly that the Dak and the Cowboys are talking again.
Oh,
so
God.
I want to know what the money is. That's what I want to know.
Between 30 and 35 million. That's what he's going to get.
How much?
Between 30 and 35 million. That's what he's going to get. And I'll tell you this right now, the Cowboys would be making.
No, they already offered him $33 million. So
he'll get 35. He'll get $2 more million. He'll get it.
Or he'll get something in terms of incentives.
He's going to get it. But
what
for
I'm
them,
hearing is it's also the Cowboys want to give him a 5-year deal. He wants a 4-year deal. So I think that's what the issue is.
Well, I think he wants a 4-year deal because he doesn't want to be there.
Then they'll have to adjust the money appropriately, where maybe it would be
That's
the same combined
saying,
amount.
I think that's the big issue right now. But I mean, I don't want to give this guy no more than $35 million. I mean, I wouldn't even pay him 30.
Right, but it might not even be a year-to-year basis. It might even be what is the combined salary you want, what is the guaranteed money, and what's the year rate.
Cam Newton goes to the Redskins. Dwayne Haskins becomes available. Jerry Jones loved Dwayne Haskins in the draft. He just didn't have enough spaces to get up there because they traded it for Amari Cooper, so they didn't have a first-round draft pick last year. And Dwayne Haskins sitting there right now, and all they're going to probably get is a third or fourth round draft pick. You don't make that trade for Dwayne Haskins? I would. I absolutely would. I absolutely would. I wouldn't even think twice. I would make that trade.
Yeah.
And you won't have to give up much for Dwayne Haskins. You're not. Because Dwayne Haskins...
Something tells me that's going to get over $35 million.
Something tells me that Cam Newton's going to Washington.
That could happen, too.
I think it's going to happen.
Would they pay him that kind of money, though?
Oh, yeah. Washington,
it's the Redskins. It's the Redskins, of course. What am I thinking?
Cam Newton
will make the money Dak's supposed to make. Dad Snyder will pay him $34 million.
And I think Cam Newton can make them a winner. And just think about it this way: there is no longer what's the corner?
Josh Norman.
Josh Norman's no longer there because as soon as Juan went over there, he got rid of Josh Norman. He didn't want him there.
Which is bizarre because he's bringing back his other former players. That's weird. Yeah, Josh Norman, who's not a number one corner, but is a lower end number one corner.
He didn't like Josh Norman.
What?
Obviously,
he still drafted him, though. I don't know.
He didn't draft him. Gettleman did.
Well, yeah, but he was the coach there. He still has sway in terms of who gets drafted.
He didn't want him there.
No, I know you're a big Jet fan. What do you think about Robbie Anderson leaving your team?
I'm happy.
Are you?
I'm happy. They brought in Perriman, who I think could do as much in less, and he's got better hands. He's practically the same size.
But yeah.
He practically has the same body tone as Robbie Anderson. He can run routes better than Robbie Anderson. So, and you only signed him for 1 year, $5 million. I think the Jets got him for a deal. They got Crowder there. They're probably going to draft a wide receiver in this year's draft because it's really cluttered with
where they draft what position.
They're 11. They're number 11 overall.
If Judy is sitting there, the way they're building their offensive line, the way they are, and they made plenty of moves so far this offseason, bringing in almost 4 offensive linemen, I could see them drafting a wide receiver. And if Judy is sitting there at 11, he's the best route runner easily in this draft. Some people compare his route running to Julio Jones, and they're saying that he's a much more bigger talent than Amari Cooper was when he was coming out of Alabama. Judy is going to be a star in the league, and why not bring him over there to New York Jets with Sam Darnold for the next 10 or 11 years? I mean, you see a dynamic. You give Sam Darnold a dynamic route runner that can do everything, and he's not a big mouth like Odell Beckham is. This guy wants to do it on the field. That's what he does. So that's what the Jets need. They need a playmaker.